Hello and welcome to another league with my trusty Dreadstill deck. I'm gonna be playing this, take it for a league. It's now the end of March 2022 and there has been some adjustments of the deck over the last year. The most notable one, I guess, is March of Otherworldly Lights. And we are just gonna start. I think my friend Fox is gonna join us during the league. We'll see if we can set that up. Hopefully we can get the sound and all that working nicely. In the meanwhile, we'll just get cracking. I have yet to trophy this league. This season, I think I've just played a few leagues. I did have a 4-0 that I did not manage to convert into a 5-0. But the deck's been fine. It's been interesting. And oops, what's this? Something weird. Yeah, so we swapped the prismatic endings and a standstill for 2 marches, and it's been nice. It can deal with problematic permanents like Ursa Saga, Chalice of the Void, and later in the game it's when you have a lot of mana you can basically exile anything that's bothering you. And as of now, it seems like there's some sort of event on Magic Online where you can have some sort of token and play any deck you want. And that has meant a lot of blue artifact decks. This hand seems well-rounded. Would prefer not to have the Caracas, but other than that, it's fine. Okay, so we're up against Cloud Post. I'm guessing we should go after the Cloud Post. Not quite sure, but that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, second one, sure. Yeah, that's kind of why. Okay, Chalice, I'm guessing I should brainstorm now. Can deal with it with the March, of course. But we can consider countering it, but I don't think so. Alright, so this isn't great. So we'll just I think we'll just counter it, since I kinda need to. Well, actually we can actually march the Chalice and that'll be fine, and save our forcers for something that's more pressing. So I think this is CMC 2. Yep. And now we can brainstorm again, hoping to find a land this time. Yes, that's it. So I think we can get rid of one force and a land, I suppose. Alright, so he's up to 1,000,000 mana, which is annoying, of course. Sure, we can plow that. It's unfortunate, it draws a lot of cards. Well, we can actually just bounce it. Well, I probably don't want him drawing a lot of cards every turn. Okay, so we did not fetch, which was not great. So what I don't want to see is an Ulamog, I guess. Jesus. He has all the lands. Thought Not Seer, not a fan of that. Let's brainstorm. Okay, that's another force. So we can probably pitch force to standstill. We can draw the dragon. So I'm guessing something like this. Okay, summoning trap. Yeah, not a big fan of that either. Do we force this? I mean, we're down to basically nothing. Alright, let's just spin the wheel. So I missed, I guess. Yep. So we could get a shark in. Yeah, I kind of like that. So a 44 turn clock. Okay, that's a Karn, that's pretty nice. So we could go for the Karn and the coding. Get that down next turn. You have some protection unless you have the Ulamog. What's this? Damn it. Yeah, I think I'll have to counter it. Hope to draw a land eventually and a Karn. Okay, at least that's the land. I'm gonna get the coding down, I think. Yeah. But we are very cold now to basically anything. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Alright, he had all the fatties. That sucks. Alright. We'll get some Ashioks in. Guessing some explosives is nice. Crucible isn't the worst. Question is, if do we want to have the humility? Guessing yes. Gonna take out 2 dreadnoughts, 1 standstill. Scroll. Maybe we take out both scrolls. Maybe a stifle. I mean, yeah, it does have the chalice. Maybe a brainstorm and get the powder keg in. I'm not sure how humility works with the cast triggers. Alright. Wasteland with a Crucible. That seems like fun. Okay, that's a cloud post. Let's play the plains. I could jam a powder keg in preparation for the chalices. Should have given some thought to the second blue for Ashiok. Alright, so you can name Wasteland. But we can play the Crucible and the next turn we can kill the Spyglass. But still on the table. Oh, actually we can go up to 2. Then we don't need the March, so I think I'll do that. That has some protection from... Ooh, that's pretty spicy. That way, even if he has a Thought Not Seer, we can start using the Wasteland. So now he has 6 mana. What can you do? Yeah, that's a Thought Not Seer. Gonna get the March. Probably, or the Humility. Ooh, that's not great. Well, now we can get down a Humility at least. Yes, we'll put that at 2. Get the Tundra down, play the Humility. So this will be interesting if the cast trigger still works. I'm not sure. So he has infinite mana. Alright, a Ballista, that's fine. Always G, always no. Alright. So let's well, let's play the Flooded Strand again, I guess. Play an Ascanta. Play a Dreadnought. Block. Sure. So let's just stop the Walking Ballista. We can mill ourselves. So start fueling the Ascanta. Let's yield, see what's on top. A Karn. I do like a Karn. So play the... So let's see. I probably want a Scroll of Fate, I'm guessing. So for... Well, we can't do that. So we can do something tricky like do something tricky like this. Make the, let's see what it says on the Karn. Maybe we can activate the spyglass. No, that doesn't really work, does it? Alright, so let's get a cursed scroll. It's kind of spicy. Alright, this is fun. So you can get you can activate the Ugin. I have Ugin. I'm guessing now we're gonna see if the humility works or not. I'm not sure. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can't cast it just yet. Okay, well, that's nice. That means we can activate and do I like a Teferi? I don't really care though, I think. So 3. Oh, well, that means we can go after 1. I think that's fair enough. I don't really have to go after that one. So let's play the Ashiok. It's fine. Go ahead. Sure. Play the Flooded Strand, activate, hit the Spyglass. Hit one of the cloud posts. Means he doesn't have a lot of mana, and we have used, well, I guess I can mill myself. Alright, so I'm guessing we have this under basically a lock now, I think. Chalice on 2, sure. Yes. Yes. Okay, a verdict is nice. Let's kill the chalice. Let's play a wasteland. Let's waste him. Let's mill him. Yeah, just gonna pass the turn. So we're gonna see if we can find a way to just end the game. Sure. Okay, so the cast trigger is gone. So let's hit him. Force of will. Great. And now we can use the Scanta, find some more stuff. Yeah, I like the scroll. Okay. Let's play the scroll. Let's play the wasteland. That hit is Iovugin, I guess. Let's just mill him. Let's plus on nothing. And let's start making 1/1s until I find a Teferi when I can. Bounce my own humility. Force of will. Sure. Yes, sir. Alright, so let's get a Dreadnought. Get that in. We can still mill him. Get the wasteland in. Hit his Ancient Tomb. Smack him for 1. Get down the Teferi and ship it. Sweet. So let's use the scroll, get the Dreadnought in, bounce the, well, we can flip that. We can bounce the humility. And kill him. Easy. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, so do I want to make any changes? Well, not sure. I don't think the standstills are great, but we didn't see any sagas. Question is it? Well, he does play a lot of the pitting needle effects, so I'm guessing having different answers is, I mean, that means we have 3 different ways of dealing with it. I guess Stifle isn't bad since we can hit his cost triggers. Ashok is good against his Ayavugin. Yeah, I guess he has a lot of annoying cards that we want to be able to counter. So maybe we don't have Dreadnought in the main, and instead, well, I mean, a fast turn to Dreadnought could just end the game. Maybe it's a scroll that comes off the Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. Jeez. We do have the wasteland. That's pretty nice. And we have an answer to something early and annoying. Well, that's not bad. Sure. So we don't really sure. That's a spicy one. He fails to find. Wow, that's amazing. So the question is, do we go for the tomb? And I'm guessing yes. We can take 1 for days. That's fine. Means we don't even have to crack. Alright, that's unfortunate. So we can get blue, I guess. If we don't need to cast the march. Cavern, fine. Okay, so now we need to start cracking, I think, because we're running out of basics. Creatures you can't, okay. That's interesting. What on earth? If this is an Eldrazi, I'm very fine with that. Yeah. So let's just kill it with our last white land in the deck. Okay, that's a Teferi. I'm guessing he'll take that. Yeah. That's fine. We're basically looking for Karn now. That would be just great. I'm gonna fetch just to not draw my remaining basics. Well, that's a nice one. I'm guessing I'll play the wasteland and hit him. Okay, Poseidon, Golos, sure. Yep. So we are down on time. Okay, Ascanta is nice. Let's play a land. I'm guessing we'll just leave it at for as long as possible. So let's exile that spyglass. Sure. Yes. Okay, we have 6 cards, so yeah, let's ship that and transform. Yes, please. Okay, that's great. And we have the concession. Alright, that was a fun first one. I think the deck is pretty well suited to deal with the big mana decks. I mean, we don't have any of the swingy haymakers like Back to Basics or stuff like that, but we do have a lot of tools so we can deal with different stuff like stifling cast triggers, countering stuff, and then we can be like the really controlling type of deck where we just get rid of his mana and just strangle him out of the match. Yeah, so that's that does it for round 1, and we'll soon be back for the next round. Alright, so let's look for game 2 after our win against some sort of big mana deck, 12 post or whatever, and see what we can accomplish. Still no Fox. We'll see if he comes around. Alright, so there we go. Match 2. Alright, against a nihilist. Yep, this seems acceptable. I think I will aggressively crack for blue. Most of our cards are blue, and I want to be able to stifle. I wouldn't mind stifling a fetch. Okay. So this is some sort of artifact nonsense. That's an Emery. Well, now I have regrets. Sure. Ornithopter, Thought Monitor, Moxamber. Moxamber is a spicy one. Alright, so I'm gonna play the Brainstorm and I guess hope for the best. Do need to find a land, and we do. A Karn is beautiful, so we can probably get rid of Wasteland and a well, we can get rid of a Wasteland and something. Probably want to pitch the dress down to the force. I think that probably means I'm gonna put back and draw the March. So I'll just play the Tundra. I think. Kill the Emery. I just want to get to Karn. That might actually mean we shouldn't get rid of the Wasteland because that's our 4th land. Sure. Yeah, you can have a Thought Cast. And this card is going to be beautiful. A Foundry. Yeah, that's fine. You can have a Foundry. What's this? Is this a construct? Nope. You can't make something out of that. So I'm kind of thinking we shouldn't get rid of the so the question is, do we get rid of the Foundry? And I'm thinking yes, just because we want Karn to survive, and we will probably aggressively force any creature and we will most likely not crack this just to draw the Wasteland. Saga, that's fine. That's not so fine, so let's get rid of it. So I'm guessing the Stifle because dress down is going to be important. Not another creature, please. Good. And Wasteland, and hopefully he doesn't have a force effect. So let's just plus on the pedal for now, and hopefully he's kind of locked out. And that's it. And our opponent writes stifle in this economy. Okay, so we like the explosives, we like the keg, we like the relic. So what did we see? Memnites should imply some sort of turbo Ursa Saga shitter. Nodes is probably very medium, come to think of it. He has a lot of small shitters. Humility, possibly. Maybe, I'm not sure. Ashiok. Ashiok is basically for the... It's for the Emery. Alright, so let's have a look. What don't I like? Stifle seems okay. Could probably bring out at least one Dreadnought just to be able to fetch it with a Karn. Dressdowns are great. Dascanta is fine. Standstills. Guess it's fine. Well, since he's running the Saga, it's not great. Maybe we take out one stifle. Well, we could stifle the Ursa Saga trigger. So maybe we'll just take out a brainstorm. Don't know if he's running Chalice. We'll find out. Now I'm guessing he's gonna have more counter magic. Yeah, this seems fine. We have some interaction, we have some brainstorms to find stuff. We have counter magic. I'm fine with this. Okay. So now I don't really want him to land a Chalice, I guess. Sure. Fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That's not great, but whatever. So I'm just gonna draw. Okay. So the question is, do we brainstorm in response to him making construct? I'm guessing we should do that, see what we can find. Yeah, sure. So let's get rid of Dreadnought and one Force. So I'm guessing we'll have to deal with the construct one by one. Sure. So engineered explosives would be awesome. So let's crack, get a white, draw explosives, nope. So let's start with a brainstorm. We can find the explosives, we are at golden. Well, that's almost as good. So we could deal with one of the sagas to not have him. I can get rid of one plow, that's for sure, and one force. So the question is, do we go for the keg? And I think the answer is yes, because then he won't have enough mana. I don't think he can be running wastelands, but just to be sure, I'm gonna get a plains, run down the powder keg, force his force. So the question is, do we go for it now? Yep, I'm gonna force that back. Hopefully it will work out. Nice. Alright, so that's interesting. That's fine. So he'll get some shitters. Okay, that's some mana. Okay. So he refuels. Okay. Sure. So it'll give us a good smack. We do need some help now. Explosives is still good. Karn. Well, Karn will be fine. I think I need to deal with the constructs. So possibly I just go for the saga, kill one of the constructs. Nope, that doesn't really work. Kind of need to deal with both the constructs, right? Well, all three of them to be sure. Well, I do have ways to kill three of them. So I'm guessing that's what I'll do. Oh, I should have. can go for the other construct. I guess. Well, I kind of need to draw the sweeper. What have you got? All right, sweeper or bust, I guess. And it's sweeper. Nope. Bust. All right. Maybe we need the fourth brainstorm just to find the stuff we need. Maybe relic isn't worthwhile. I think humility seems awfully slow. I guess nodes is fine. It can certainly slow him down. I'll bring out the last standstill. I don't know. It seems dubious at best. Yeah, I like this. We have a bit of everything. Okay, let's get a blue mana. That's nice. So let's get a white mana. So the question is, if we have to cast the force, what do we pitch? So I'll get one Thopter. Let's kill it. I'm guessing we'll just see if he wants to counter this. I'm guessing yes. Yeah, it's fine. That cost him a card as well. So we basically need just, yeah, that's fine. We need a white mana and it's fine. Okay, so he has to draw 7. Yeah, sure. It's a very explosive deck. Say that. Yep. Ursa? What's this? Trust a card. Thoughtcast, sure. Emery, that's fine. Let's draw a white source, please. Well, that's technically what I asked for. So what do I want to keep up? I'm guessing the blue. So he has get back line side diamond, petal, memnite. Yeah, I don't care about that. So you can have the emery. So do I kill the side before you can start drawing more cards? Maybe that's the answer. So sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. Yeah, let's do it. I don't want him drawing that many cards. I can take a hit. Thought monitor. Not really what I want. But I guess I'll stifle the draw trigger. I think. Or maybe not. Fuck it. Let him play out whatever he wants. I'm gonna nuke his board. So we can go after the seat. That leaves him with no blue mana. So let's do that. Bye, sweet prince. So he has just colorless stuff. We can get back a dragon. Play the land. We can have a stifle up. Karn, Dreadnought. Well, that's interesting. I think I'll bite. Sure. All right. That was no match. This is a pretty sweet version of the blue artifact deck, the Kappa Cannoneer decks or whatever. We didn't actually see a Kappa Cannoneer in this version of it, but it was very aggressively slanted with the 0 drops, the Memnites and Ornithopters. and we did see him have a very explosive turn. Unfortunately for him, his blue mana was very limited by having creatures in play. Karn, Powder Keg, Explosives, Supreme Verdict are all very nice in this matchup. Alright, so we'll be back for round 3. Okay, so we're back for round 3, and now Fox, the creator of the deck, has joined us. What's up, Fox?
Yo, how's it going?
It's alright. It's
Always fun to
alright.
walk into a 2-0 start.
Yeah, so let's make this a 5-0, yeah?
Yep.
Any thoughts on the changes to the deck? I briefly mentioned it in the beginning of round 1 that we made some changes with the marches. Do you have any thoughts on how the deck has evolved?
Yeah, so really quickly, you're still doing the 4 brainstorm setup, right?
Yeah.
And then the 2 standstills?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think, like, kind of the only things to think about right now in the deck are, do we want to make room for a 3rd standstill? Because really the only card you could cut is 4th brainstorm, and I'm definitely loving March as a card, especially with Saga and Artifact lands being played. It's just such an easy way to deal with stuff, and it's a lot better than a 2-colored prismatic ending.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think there's too many other changes to consider. You could conceivably talk about 3 plow 3 ending versus 4-2, but I don't know. I think 4-2 is safer.
Yeah. And how do you think the deck matches up in the current meta game or the current variety of decks that are heavily played?
Oh, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's tedious to play it against any like Uro pile, whether or not they're on Uro or they've regressed off of Uro and they're going back to almost counterbalance with that Days Undoing stuff, or almost Grixis with the Kolagon Saga, or I don't know, Tigetsu. It's Kolagon Saga,
Yeah.
um, and the End of Torax. So, I mean, that's kind of what Control's doing, and regardless of what 3 flavors they go towards,
Mm-hmm.
those games are always just going to be tedious. But other than that, I really like the deck.
Yeah. And the main killer when you and me have been playing together has been time, right? It's been
Yeah.
stressful because talking through the lines and all that. So let's try and be snappy when we can. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. So let's see if we can find our third opponent. It would be nice to get another 5-0 just
Mm-hmm.
to plant our flag.
Yep.
So, are you playing any Paper Legacy as of now, or is still COVID over where you're at?
No, there's not much COVID where I'm at right now, so Paper Legacy's back on.
Mm-hmm.
They have like one that's like, I don't know, 40 minutes away from me that I don't go to.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be on Mondays. But then there's one I'll be going to on Fridays. So
Okay,
that'll be
that's
fun.
sweet.
I'll at least get 3 or 4 rounds every week.
Yeah. And did you see the news today that the Pro Tour is back?
Oh yeah, I don't really think that changes anything for Legacy, but
No.
um, I don't think you can qualify by being a Legacy expert.
Well, they put Magic Online as a viable path to the Pro Tour now. It seems.
Oh, interesting.
So that could be cool. And they haven't actually announced the formats yet. So, I mean, it's not probable that they'll gonna put Legacy as one of the formats, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you want to put Magic Online as a format that can do that, that maybe you should like expand this use of tokens, and we should probably cut out the middleman and just be like, and from today it will cost you $15 a month paid to Wizards to have access to all the cards.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a rough one
This is not great. Are we on the draw or the play?
on the draw.
On the draw. I mean, We could keep it. It's a league.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
can.
feel like gambling?
Yes, let's
But
gamble.
I would gamble. I think we're fine to gamble. We have 2 draws for a land.
Yeah, and we
We
can
can maybe
probably
cycle something
miss.
and then lead you towards combo.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice.
And it looks like Reanimator.
That's good.
And playing into the Stifle. It's great for us. Okay.
Ooh. Well,
Yep. Land pass.
yeah.
And go ahead and crack your fetch.
Come on, crack it. So this is interesting. Which one do
Go
you
ahead. And
crack?
I would crack here
Mm-hmm.
because they can't daze you yet. And I would stifle the first one.
So what are the when do you stifle the first and when do you stifle the second?
It all depends. Basically, right here, I like if they have days, it's going to hurt no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But really, we're just trying to we're making sure that we can get cards out of our hand.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I would not force a will that one. So this is Ant.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we just preordain and 2 Bloodstained Mires. This is either Ant or it's some really poorly thought out Phoenix deck.
I thought it would be
In either
Doomsday.
case, we're doing okay.
Not great.
Okay, I'll pass. We will consider forcing the next play, almost no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it should just be a discard spell, which should shrink our hand size. This will be a Thoughtseize.
I hope he goes for
Ball it. What are we doing?
Tutor?
No, Force of Will. Force of Negation, that pitch to Fairy. They're trying to get a discard spell. And we don't want to discard. They were either trying to do that or get a ritual. And now they can't pass and flames it back. And we've confirmed Ant. That's interesting.
Well,
Okay, we can pass the turn.
we have our combo, our win con already
Yes,
set up.
indeed. Everything pretty rough. We need to get land and like a Timeless Dragon going really quickly or something just to get our
Yeah.
3rd land drop, get the fairy up and in play. We just need to get to our main thing is we need to get to 4 mana, and we're probably not going to win this game because
Mm-hmm.
it's 4 mana and a Karn. So these are big asks.
Yeah.
They can probably go off here. I would still Force of Will that, pitching it to fairy.
And probably we will get ruined by whatever the green card. Oh, nice.
Okay, so they don't have Veil of Summer,
Yeah, Veil
That's
of
cool.
Summer. That's
and this will be a Thoughtseize. And I don't really care if they see our hand. If they want to bring in Abrupt Decay, I'm happy to let them dilute their deck.
yeah. Well, at least we got 2 of his tutors out, which is good.
Yeah.
He might be, he
And
could
their
be.
hand looked like it's actually pretty awful
Yeah.
at this time. Okay.
Damn.
We're definitely not winning this, but we'll make them show us some stuff.
Yeah.
We'll concede the first discard. Let me think.
Well, if he
Do
discards
we want
us
them to
now.
bring in Abrupt Decay? I think I'm actually fine showing them cards because I actively want them to bring in Abrupt Decay and Visage Juice.
Okay.
So they can do this.
Go ahead. And
Yeah,
now.
because we'll cut one, roll a Fade out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little too slow to be having 2 in the deck. Makes sense. But they can't kill us. They are at 3 cards in hand, so they need LED,
Another tutor.
Piff,
Yeah.
and Piff's 4 mana. No, it's still not quite enough. They need a ritual as well. They need ritual, LED, and Past and Flame to go off here, or they need to have enough mana to do an Ad Nauseam natural.
Yeah.
So they would need Cabal Writ, Dark Writ, or Cabal Writ, Ad Nauseam.
Sure. And that's one. I'm supposing he could be on the 5 mana, whatever it's called, Ad Nauseam, yeah. So he could draw his deck.
So we had
We
What
had
was
an
that, 4 draw?
opportunity. Yeah.
for land. Yeah, it happens.
We run 20 lands, so Turn
And again,
5.
like the fact that it's not real Magic, that it's a league, and we're more likely to play combo makes it much harder to hold that hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the hazards of playing league.
Yeah. But I mean, to get a 5-0, you need to gamble, right?
Yeah. So that's the Cabal Rip. So this means the last card is Piff. Because they were trying to get that tutor into the graveyard.
Oh,
Burning Wish. Okay. So they're doing an Echo. Echo would be a really stupid idea if they do that.
An Echo?
If you're making goblins.
Yeah.
That seems like the wrong play.
Well, he gets quite a few of them, right? Like 10?
Yeah, they can do this.
Yeah.
So if we can plow, do we have enough time to recover? I don't think so. So we need to save the plow, right? Because it's like Dreadnought plow to gain 12 life.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but I don't think that we're going to have time.
Well, it's an option anyway. To buy.
So the Burning Wish tells us it's like TNT, right? This isn't Ant. This is Ant and Tess mashed together. So this deck is called TNT.
All right, let's play.
That's fine. We can play the land and see what happens.
Yeah. We need to. Well, we need both lands and spells, so it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Not gonna matter.
Yeah. Okay, so TNT. So it's a much slower combo deck. So we're definitely cutting. Let's say we'll cut 3 plows. We'll cut 4 because we have March. We'll cut 4 plows. We will not cut Verdict. We will, because it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
We will probably not cut Shark Typhoon. Definitely do not cut March. We'll think about what we're bringing in. We'll definitely cut like a Dreadnought and a Scroll, I think. So we've got at least 6 cards easily coming out. We like Canonist. We like the idea of Engineered Explosives. We like the idea of Ashiok's Canonist. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's see. What I wasn't paying all that much attention. You liked what?
Yeah.
You didn't like the plows.
So let's put Ashiok and Canonist.
Ashiok, Canonist, sure.
And let's bring in an Engineered Explosives. Let's bring in a Relic of Progenitus. We'll leave Crypt in the board. So basically 5 cards. So I think we can bring out a Dreadnought and a Scroll. And I think that we can put a Swords back in the deck. I think that that's reasonable.
Let's just...
Not Swords if we're... because they're playing TNT, they could be playing pretty bad old tech, like that 0/1 Insect.
The keg is not an option?
The keg is an option, but we're bringing in Engineered Explosives.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want keg over?
Well,
I still like keg as a wish target.
Yeah, that's not an argument, but I guess I would take it in over the plow, if I would.
Thinking keg over plow. They could cast it. We're on the play. It's fine to do it on the play. On the draw, I'm not as happy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If I see but let's do it on the play.
Yeah.
Because the powder keg can kind of race a powder keg can race the insect, the 0/1.
Sure. You mean the counter, that you can't counter spells?
Form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Oof. Again?
Not quite good enough.
Nope.
Let's mulligan.
Yeah,
this is fine. Yeah, these are great.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to hide Karn? We could throw away a Verdict. Let's get rid of Verdict. It's our worst card. Keep. There's a Verdict on bottom of our deck. I would still. Let's do Flooded Strand and let's grab a Tundra.
Just crack aggressively?
May as well, yeah. We'll shuffle
The
the verdict back into our deck, but
yeah,
I still think I want to draw a Force of Will more than I want to draw a Tundra.
sure. Stifle is not
That's
bad
this
either.
card.
Sure.
Yep, congratulations. You may take Ashiok, although you really should take Karn. But Ashiok should scare them the most.
I think he's gonna take Teferi.
No, Teferi would be suicidal. That would show that they just do not understand the game of Magic. Yeah. Ashiok shows that they do. They know that they're on a timer. Savins is becoming one of the best top decks. That's very good. Yep, and let's aggressively grab a. Let's grab an island. So I don't think we'll need double white, especially with the Tundra.
Yeah, we don't think he's playing.
Yeah, if they go for another discard spell, we will heavily consider forcing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just so they can't take the Karn. But it's a little bit rough. We're less likely to do that if they show us green mana.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
fine. So they do have a Veil. So unfortunately, we have to let this discard spell go.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking they might take the Teferi, right? Okay.
Oh, nice. Force a will that. Yeah. I would force that and pitch to Fairy. I mean, there's an argument to say we could wait, but I don't see why we're giving them 2 LEDs.
Yeah, and he used a
Again, we just
pedal.
need to get a Brainstorm as the best card. Brainstorm with the land on top. That's good. Okay.
Brainstorm first?
No. We don't Brainstorm yet. We're waiting for them to go for a discard spell on Karn.
Okay.
So what we want to have is the land in our top 3 that we can put into our hand. We can put the Karn back, and we can draw that and cast it next turn.
Yeah.
And they have to go off from nothing. They also have to really worry about Stifle here. So if they go for a fetch, we'll look for a Stifle.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. I think he's low on mana sources, right? Since he missed a land drop.
Correct.
And he had to use a petal for the tutor.
Yeah, they should have a land here, yeah. And that would be expected.
Now, right?
Yeah. I would do a Brainstorm now.
Come on, Stifle. Well,
Put 2 lands back in your hand. Put Karn over a Verdict. That's a Verdict under a Karn. Again, I don't like the idea of shuffling away Verdict. And they could go for it, but it's fine. They should go for a discard spell here. Yep. Nerd. And now we'll play a Karn, and we will. I would uptick the Karn, thinking. That they're already down 2 discards. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll grab an island. It's a Timeless Dragon. And we'll cast a Karn on them. And go ahead and get a Crypt. Get a Crypt. We will, of course, cast Tormod's Crypt.
Alright, your go, opponent. So we have taken him off mana and the graveyard.
Correct, yeah. He basically can't go off anymore. Cabal Ritual can't really make mana. He can't make artifact mana. He can't decay anything. He's basically fucked. He's just waiting to die to a liquid metal coating.
Mm-hmm.
Land. Ooh, nice. Alright, we'll play a land. Yeah, let's play a land. Let's do a Karn Wish for a liquid metal. Let's go ahead and put a stop on their upkeep.
Yeah. Liquimel, play the Liquimel.
Correct.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
And we'll put a stop on their upkeep, and we'll knock them off of red so they can't do a Burning Wish for weird shit like a Meltdown.
Did he bring in Force of Negation? He can't, can he?
they are not allowed to play Force Negation
Yeah.
with Infernal Tutor.
Okay, so we just...
Yeah, and they have Stomp on their upkeep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so just port the red, and we ought to be off to the races. All we really need to do is top deck a Sabine's or an Ashiok, and we'll win the game.
Well, I think we'll win the game anyway, right?
It's pretty likely that we win. It'd be
Yeah.
very hard for them to go off from 4 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
They would need 3 Dark Rituals. They would need 2 Dark Rituals and an Ad Nauseam. Just pretty specific. Echoing Truth on the Karn.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, but that's okay.
So we just let that happen, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine. And so if they go for a Cabal Writ, we'll just nuke the graveyard. Now we could die here, but I think they still just have to go for the discard on Karn. We'll see what they do though.
Dark Writ.
Okay.
That's fine.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't need to nuke their graveyard because that's not a Cabal Writ. So they do have Ad Nauseam in hand, which is unfortunate. Now you do need to nuke their graveyard right now. Yeah, I don't think there was anything else we could have grabbed with Karn. Nothing else does it. There's the LED. So they have, I think they are probably done here. It's a Burning Wish. It's that. Okay. So they're going for Ad Naus.
Yeah. Sure.
Brainstorm is a dead draw. Island is dead. That's unfortunate. Kind of dead draws so far. Ponder's still a dead draw, dead draw, dead draw, dead draw, because they don't have action yet. Still a dead draw. Still a dead draw. Dead draw. Dead draw.
And now they can start dying, right?
Correct. Now they just confirmed that they have Echo in their deck. Still a dead draw. Now they
Fuck.
pretty dead. That might kill us.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Dark Writ, Cabal Writ.
So without
Towers.
manipulation, they drew an Echoing Truth card. That's interesting.
Alright. So let's go to the next.
6, 7, 8. Do they have them? Oh, they do. Yeah. You're good to concede. Okay.
Alright. So let's do another one. If you have time.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a quick
So
one.
yeah, there was. I think we did as much as we could have there, based on their draws and the fact that we were on them all, and that they were able to hit the Ashiok where we could like brainstorm and hide it or anything. But yeah, you see that like Ashiok just kills them.
Yeah. Well, that's
And,
unfortunate.
We did leave Aethersworn. Leaving Aethersworn in the board is not a good play.
It wouldn't have worked anyways. It would. No,
it would be a 6-mana play, right? So it'd be a bad play.
Yeah. Because we never had an untapped. Yeah, we did, didn't we? We played.
Well, we untap, right? But we should never untap. After a card like that, that should never be the plan. It should always be hit him on the 2-drop slot, right? Like hit him with Aethersworn, hit him with Powder Keg, hit him with EE, hit him with as much stuff as you can on 1 and 2 mana.
Yeah. And maybe another. Well, I don't think that would have mattered either way. Yeah, I think we were with the truth in his hand. I think.
I mean, we needed to draw Force of Negation, and they lose the game on the spot.
Yeah, but it was his last draw to find the tendrils, though. So
yeah,
it's kind of close.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? That Ad Nauseam was not good, and they could have died instantly to an Echo.
And if we've had a Stifle in our hand, we could have stopped the Storm Trigger or whatever.
Right.
Oh, opponent did not join.
Interesting.
Yeah, no,
So
but
you take the, but I mean, again, that's Ant is not a matchup I'm really that concerned about. I think we have a really good matchup, and that was, they found like a path between Ant and Test that is slower and I think worse. And you just kind of saw that, right? Than either of those decks. Because like letting us get to Karn unopposed, um, pretty pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so their deck is riddled with variants. And so I think they got pretty lucky. It just happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You
I
keep the
mean,
hand because it's Magic Online League because it stops a combo and you're over half odds to find a combo deck.
mm-hmm.
You don't hit your second land for 4 drops, and then the high variance deck somehow gets there.
Yeah. No, but it's fine. I mean, you win
Yeah,
some and you lose
that
some.
kind of shit happens.
Yeah.
It's not a reason to adjust any cards in the list.
Definitely not. No, and it's sometimes shit happens.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't like that, you shouldn't be playing Magic.
Yep, I agree with that one. But yeah, I think a lot of people with loss like that, they like go, I've got to change something on my list. And it's just like, no, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Your matchup's still pretty goddamn good. It's unfortunate. Our lands are just
Yeah,
betraying us
that's
this
like,
league. It's all right though. One more.
come on. All right.
This is a better hand.
Yeah.
All right, our opponent is
Nunes.
Denny Haynes.
Daniel
Things that we
Nunes.
could do. We could send back a Tundra. That's not very good. We could send back a Are we on the play?
No.
We're on the draw.
Mm.
How interesting.
I'm inclined to send the scroll.
Yeah, we could send Scroll back. That's fine. We can find that guy later.
Yeah. Okay, remove the upkeep
Maintain
stop.
maximum blue cards in case we draw a Force of Will. Have
All
other
right.
options.
What's this?
Unfortunate.
Burn.
So Goblin.
Nope.
No, Maverick. All right.
Slivers.
Livers. Oh god.
This is gonna be rough. All right.
Flanking. So remember, flanking only works on the attack. I would not wasteland them here. I would do a flooded strand. I would actually do a Tundra pass. I would do Tundra pass because I actively want them to try to wasteland us.
Yeah, and we kind of want the wastelands for his caverns, right?
Later on, yeah.
Yeah.
And they could still have a fetch land here, right? So we'll stifle the shit out of that. Your Force of Will right now, sir. Hit your Hibernation.
Hibernation Slivers.
Hibernation. Put it in exile right now, sir.
Yeah. Do they run the full suite of Force of Wills? They run for Force of Wills, yeah?
Wait, what is that about Force of Wills?
They run for Force of Wills, yeah?
Yeah, they're counter slivers. Here I would wasteland because you're already up, yeah. And we can tolerate this for a bit. Their mana is actually pretty terrible. It gets frustrating if they wasteland us here, but are they really going to sit there hitting us with a 1/1 in a Lord deck? I don't think so. They'll have to develop their mana.
Or not.
And they could very well be out, right?
Yeah.
Their deck does not play cantrips.
Well, alright.
Oh, they're scared of Stifle. Alright, that's excellent. Yeah, we'll play a Flooded Strand, pass the turn. And we have a Force of Will. That's good. If they crack their fetch, we'll brainstorm for a Stifle.
And if not,
otherwise
we just
will wait and take the 1 damage.
Yeah, that's...
Thinking. Actually, we might... Let me see. Let's brainstorm aggressively on their end step.
Well...
Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, so we can wait here. They have to crack their fetch to play their Lord. Okay, brainstorm for Stifle.
No such
Okay.
luck.
There are some bad cards in our hand. Force of Will is getting much, much
Yeah.
worse. I think that one goes away. I think the next card that goes away is not Scroll of Fate. I don't love putting away a Brainstorm. I think we put back a Prismatic Vista. And I think we crack a Fetch.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do it now, yeah.
And just get a planes.
Yeah, you can get Plains, that's fine. Getting a Tundra there is also acceptable. We could Brainstorm and see if we hit a Dreadnought or something, see what's going on. There's the Crystalline that we knew that they had. Okay, so we're just building towards a verdict slowly. Now remember, we can't block flanking very effectively. Okay, Azcanta is not bad. Azcanta is not bad, but Teferi draws life. We're at 16. I would cast a, let me think, there are 4 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem, is like, how much time do we think we have? Teferi +1 means they have to like waste their attack on Teferi, and it doesn't necessarily die unless they have a Muscle Sliver Lord.
Yeah.
If they do have a Muscle Sliver Lord, then we gain 5 life. If they do have a Muscle Sliver Lord, we couldn't make a 2/2, and we couldn't really block effectively.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do a Teferi plus here.
And hope for the best.
Yeah. And I would just get a Tundra at this point. And if they have a Force of Will, they have to use it now. Nice, they don't. +1. And this means, yeah, that we're going to gain 5 life, but they will be able to kill it with the Lord.
Yeah.
The good news is that we have a little bit of time to draw a verdict.
Yeah.
Right? Because if they use a Lord, we effectively gain 5 life. We're able to play a Scroll of Fate. We can chump a horrid block with the 2/2. Yeah, there's things we can do. Pretty impressive amount of lands that they've had. Okay, so there's that 5 life gained on Teferi. That's what we were looking for.
Not bad.
Good.
So we should have.
This actually gives us time even to Brainstorm on our turn, which is really nice. Nice. So let's Brainstorm. Take land in a verdict. So that Standstill has to stay in hand as our pitch card.
Yeah.
To the Force of Will, which again we have to keep in our hand. We're not going to cast Azcanta this turn. We are.
Why not Azcanta?
Because we're going to die if we cast Azcanta. We need the Scroll of Fate to block. We might have to make it the 2/2 though. No, Teferi is our 2/2. Let's put a Sharknado over the Azcanta.
Like that.
Yep. And then let's go ahead, play our island, play a Scroll of Fate. We'll manifest a Teferi. This will get their Force of Will out of hand, which means we gotta force them back and use the Standstill. Opponent, we know you have a Force of Will. Everything you've done has shown us that you have Force of Will. Just discard it. Thank you.
There we go.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Discard Standstill. Okay. And again, like kind of the main reason that we are, let's see, it's Teferi. We make a shark, we block. So we're really just trying to save life here. That's just a 2/2, right? The flanker. So I need you.
2/2, 3/2, 3/3, and 2/2. So our creature will die.
Yeah, but they're flanking 3, 6, 7, 8 that they can deal to us.
7.
Deal 7. That's 7. I think you have to gamble and you have to not block here, unfortunately.
So shark next turn plus the
Yeah, it's a fairy. We're going to be on super chump duty.
Yeah, and we have like.
But we can draw a verdict, and then the shark draws. You screwed up. So in step, you needed to manifest the Teferi.
Oh.
Because Azcanta was supposed to be our extra blocker.
But the shark
it's still okay.
Yeah, we have 2 blockers, right?
Right, but you wanted the third because you could trade away one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because let's see. Yeah, because right now it's going to be hard to.
Well, we will see one draw step.
This doesn't make a difference. This doesn't make a difference right now, so we can pass.
Yeah, I mean we will.
We can talk about it between games.
Yeah, and we will get one draw step to draw the verdict.
Right. Yeah.
So I think in the end it doesn't. We still need a verdict either way.
Correct. So we'll keep the Azcanta.
And make the Teferi 2/2.
Yeah, I would make the Teferi. I would keep Azcanta just for the long haul, for taking over the game.
Mm-hmm. And we might.
And I would go down to 1, and I would knock out their flanker. So double block it.
That's this one, right?
Both on the flanker. Yep.
Yeah. I hate flanking. It's just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very hard for them to interact with us favorably if they don't have this flanking sliver.
Yeah.
But right here we could have saved 3 more life.
Yeah.
But we would have had to get rid of the Azcanta, so I don't know that we necessarily would have, so that's why I don't know if it makes a difference. But we would have had the option, right? If they played a Lord, we could still make this play and not die.
Okay.
That's fine. Our out is still verdict.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're actually at 3.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad.
3.
Okay, come on, verdict.
Not quite.
Almost.
And now you're seeing the problem, right?
Yeah. That's actually a draw that makes the difference.
Correct, right? And if you had a second blocker here, you had 1 more life. But they could also draw a Lord, and it would not matter at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the issue with that, the way that it was done.
Okay.
Okay. Slivers. Humility is very good against them.
So a nodes, I suppose.
That's Porphyry nodes. That one.
Mastery.
Mastery's pretty good. Gains life, does things. I definitely like engineered explosives. Yeah. Torpor Orb is actually necessary because of Harmonic Sliver.
Okay.
We're going to keep all of our Dreadnoughts. Tormod's Cursed Scroll is not good enough. Powder Keg. I don't know that we want a Powder Keg because of all our other interactions.
Yeah, and it's kind of slow.
Yeah, so we can get rid easily of 1 standstill here. That definitely comes out. Cards that are not great against them. Force of Negation ×2 can come out.
Stifle is still fine because he has a lot of fetches.
Yeah, Stifle's still pretty decent.
Early Dreadnought.
We could board out. Let's board out 1 Scroll of Fate because we're bringing in a Torpor Orb. And we might submit 61. I have to think there's. And we definitely like Dress Down.
Second standstill.
We like Parry. No, you still want at least 1 standstill. You can lock him pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you have more than enough ways to get rid of it. I think one Stifle. Get rid of 1 Stifle. Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, come on. Now we need some better luck. Come on, good starting hand. This is beautiful.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's keep this. Let's bring out a Flooded Strand and Aggro Plane. No, let's do Flooded Strand and pass. Flooded Strand, pass. Because that way they might play around Stifle.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be able to stifle us. They're not going to be able to wasteland us effectively. They probably do play Wasteland now.
And we will heavily consider not using Wasteland because we want to get to 4 as soon as possible, right?
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, we want to get to 4. We want to get to Thought Sees You with Scroll of Fate, or Him Toreki with Scroll of Fate. We want to get to Humility.
Mm-hmm. He mulls to 6.
Yeah, so we definitely, like, we almost certainly don't win that game. But we would have had a chance, right? If we had made the 2-2.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it probably doesn't matter. I think they probably had it.
Yep.
That one gets plowed. We will grab a basic Plains. There are 5 cards in hand. We will see if we draw a land, we are going to heavily consider Wastelanding. Drawing a Stifle makes us medium happy.
Okay. So
that's pretty
island.
good. So we're not Wastelanding.
Yep.
Play the island and go ahead, opponent.
That's actually good because that's a blue card more than anything, right?
Yeah, and we're probably going to lead out on the Teferi, as long as this isn't a crystalline sliver.
That's it.
It is a crystalline sliver. I would still play a Teferi and go +1 just because it thought seizes them, and there's no way that they can kill it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really good. Yep.
Should we consider getting the Flooded Strand?
I don't think you can consider that right now. I think you need to ferry down to protect the Sabines. Force of Will it. Your hibernation sliver, please. +1. Alright.
So
they are in a shit ton of trouble. The other thing is that Savines buys back to ferry if it dies.
Yeah.
Plussing it. But we should have a humility next turn, hopefully.
Well.
If not, we will buy it back and see if we can waste more time. Gale Riders, absolutely fine. Now their guys fly, so we can't block them with Scroll, which is fine. And white card is our best draw.
Yeah.
Or white land is our best draw. Otherwise, we will +1 on the Strand. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah. So he's gonna.
That does not kill the Teferi. It does mean it will die next turn, but again, it dies gaining a shit ton of life. Okay.
So white land, please. Nope.
I would brainstorm here. I think that it's imperative that we use our mana.
And the plus Savines Flooded Strand and
yeah. Unless we hit a white land, then we'll reconsider our lines.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and.
But you would never Savines before brainstorming.
The thing is that Savines can buy back to ferry at instant speed, right, on their end step. And if we do that, then they would have to use Force of Will right there. Because if they don't, then we'll just humility them.
Right, I'm just saying, I mean, consider not finding a land on the top three.
Right. I think that right here, though, that we are under enough pressure that we do have to find the land to win. So I understand what you're saying, that it's the safe line. I just don't think the safe line is a winning line.
Okay.
Because they're likely to just counter your humility and you just die. That's good. Okay. Except we didn't hit a land, which is funny. Okay.
So Force of Will's back?
No, we need Force of Wills. Put 2 brainstorms on top. And I would, let's plus the Teferi. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. And if we didn't hit a land there, we're fucked. But I think that, if we play the other way that you're suggesting, that we still lose.
Yeah, maybe.
We still have time though. This Teferi's going to buy a shit ton of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact that he's eating up 3 damage. So he's eating up 5, 6 life. That's pretty good still. So we will Savines, and we know that we can fight back with Force of Will. I guess conceivably we should have put back Scroll of Fate so we could have double pitch, but I would still. Let's go ahead and do a Savines on our land. Thank you. Get a brainstorm off the top. This will get that Force of Will out of their hand. They can't force twice. Nice. Crack fetch. Let's grab a Tundra. Although I don't like fetching into their thing, we have to. And we can brainstorm here.
Oof.
Not good enough, but maybe it is. So we do need all 4 of our blue cards. Put a Dreadnought under a Scroll of Fate.
So we draw the Scroll of Fate.
Correct.
Oof. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I mean,
it's gonna be a big hit here. 1, 2, 5, 7.
And then.
Oh, the recall doesn't matter. 7, 8, 9, 10. They can deal to us. 10 to 4. We would die. So yeah, humility is probably not getting us out of this.
Nope.
Yeah, we just missed on land. I still don't think that what you're talking about, the playing it safe, was the right play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in this
if we do that.
In this instance, it would have been better.
We maybe should have countered that. Yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's a hibernation. That doesn't affect us.
No, that doesn't change the clock. Hibernation is fine.
That still gives us a couple of turns, and we can make a Shark Typhoon cycle for 0, which is kind of a cool trick.
Yeah. But we are definitely in trouble, that's for sure. Hibernation Sliver, sure.
That one's fine. Yeah, you're allowed to have that, sir.
Alright, so now humility.
All right.
We don't have any
choices humility,
here.
Double force backup.
But actually forcing it would be problematic because then we would...
Sort of, yeah. Remember that we can cast a Dreadnought into humility. Okay, Force of Will, pitch Force. So we can still make 2 guys next turn because we'll manifest a Force. And we will cast the Dreadnought. Do we have mana for that? Yeah, we do. We do have mana for that.
Do we?
Yeah, because we'll make a Scroll of Fate and we'll cast a Dreadnought, and then we'll manifest a Force of Will. See?
We only have 4 mana.
So we have 2 blockers next turn. Yeah, because we're not sharking. We're not sharking yet. Congratulations, you hit us for 4.
Oh yeah, the Dreadnought. Yeah, you're right.
I think we are just a little short on resources here.
Yeah, we're dead because we had to force that.
Because the Force of Will cost us 1 life.
Yeah. So I guess we'll...
It's alright.
We'll cycle...
0, yep. Yeah, because if you cycle into another shark... I was going to say, if you cycle into another shark into a land, you could have 3 blockers. So that was the right play that you made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine.
It's unfortunate. I think that we were, though. I think that, yeah, I get what you're saying with the Savines.
Well, I mean, in this particular case, I mean, you're probably right in the long run, but in this particular case, we would have gotten down the humility 1 turn earlier, which probably would have...
Yeah, it could make the difference, but we have to remember that that really confounds our Force of Will situation.
Mm-hmm. Let's do the last one as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Slivers. Yeah, I lost to Slivers the other day.
I like Pyroberts, especially against Slivers. That's just a hard matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the... Ooh, that's a good hand.
Yeah.
Can we be on the play for once?
Nope.
Oh, of course it's DNT when we're on the play. That's great. Awesome. Oh well. Well, yeah, we need to brainstorm for a white source, but we're not going to do that quite yet. We'll wait for our next main phase, maybe.
Yeah.
Mana efficiency. Actually, I'll probably brainstorm on the end step.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
brainstorm.
brainstorm right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that
Seems great.
sucks.
That seems actually really quite good.
Okay.
Okay, so we will do an as Kanta. We'll put standstill down 2 because we want to mill it. So we'll put standstill, standstill. And we will definitely, off of a basic island, cast an as Kanta, and we will mill over the second standstill. Boop.
What are the odds that they're playing the exile, whatever? Thalia. Okay.
You are allowed to have a Thalia.
Yeah.
Our best top deck would be, after we mill over the card,
White
be
source?
a Caracas, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yes, I'll mill that.
Yep.
And Force a Will.
It's alright, actually. It's alright. Okay. Things that we can do. We can't really afford to wasteland them, as funny as that would be. So we do have to play the wasteland.
Yeah.
And we do have to pass the turn.
Sure. We need a white
and
source.
we are drawing 2 cards towards lands, and we have Force of Will, so I think we're doing okay-ish.
Yes.
And they can't cast a GT, which is kind of cool. At least not without a huge, huge investment.
Okay, no lands, no nothing. Okay, that's cool. Alright, come on.
I would like a land. I
bye.
will mill that.
Yeah. Come on, yes, Caracas.
There we go. Nice.
So
you can actually Caracas and make a Scroll of Fate here. We could Caracas Wasteland them.
I like the Caracas Scroll of Fate, right? Because then we can next turn play
I think that gives us the most play.
Yeah.
Let me double check here our mana. Because we can stifle a Wasteland, which is pretty cool. We could stifle.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go ahead and do a Caracas and let's bounce their Thalia. And ooh, let me think here really quickly, because if we could stifle a Wasteland, that'd be pretty crippling for them. And we could, I don't like wasting them though. The thing about stifle is it protects a Karn, right? That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do a Scroll of Fate.
Yeah, I think that has high upside, and we do have the Force of Will protection and
yeah.
Cathar Commando.
Well, you're allowed to have that one, sir.
Really?
No, if they want to kill a Scroll of Fate for 1 mana,
Okay.
more power to them. That is a loss of a card. That is a huge blow.
Mm-hmm.
So please kill my Scroll of Fate, and I will manifest a Stifle and kill your other guy. But they have to commit now 1 mana to do this. Nice Caracas.
I kind of like Stifle in this matchup, though. Aren't we supposed to keep it to stop his?
I think you, especially with the Scroll of Fate down.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, because they'll probably wait. We'll see what they do on this attack. Okay, I would manifest. The thing is, I don't want to deal with that Thalia still. We can manifest. Like, do you want to manifest a Force of Will? Is that the game you want to play?
Maybe.
Or see, the thing is that I think we're losing the Stifle no matter what we do.
Sure.
Yeah, and they don't have a cavern. Yeah, this is fine to me.
So what do we block? The Spirit?
I would block their. Yeah, I would block that 3/1. And now if they let us untap, this is going to be to exile our thing. So that one, we have to think about this. They can't attack us if they do the thing. I don't think that card matters because it gives us a 3/3. So I think that we're happy to take the Elk. I think that we are supremely happy that they have lost all of their cards.
Yeah.
Excellent. So they just gave us an Oko.
Sure.
So that's really good. So we've got Noko, we've got the plow for it. And Teferi is not really needed here.
No, we don't have the second
I
white.
would mill the Teferi.
Yeah. Nice.
I'll definitely play that one, yeah. Okay. Yep, let's play that one. Let's play a Karn.
Leave up the Caracas.
And leave up a... we could waste them, and that's kind of silly, but we want to use the plow anyways. Leave up a white mana, regardless of what it is. Yeah. And let's uptick the Karn. I think it would be very difficult for them to kill this Karn. It's a little sketch, but I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, we still have 6 cards in hand somehow.
Yeah, I don't see them. Yeah, I don't see them casting Athalia immediately. So just go ahead and plow their 2/2, and we'll probably force their plow. If I had to think about it, maybe not. I'm not sure if we will.
They're not attacking Karn, by the way.
Take the hit.
They're attacking us.
Oh wow. Yeah, just block. It's important that you block here. Awesome. Sure. Nice. They lost everything. That's huge. Now you can have your Thalia. We're going to standstill you and cast a Torpor Orb. Yep. That's fine. Thalia, Guardian of you just got Caracas is resolves. Also standstill you after we cast a Torpor Orb.
Nice. Use Karn, Torpor Orb. Sure. Do we... So let's use... We want to keep the...
You can tap down a... Let's... Yeah, play a Wasteland. Just to make sure we got our mana counted. Let's Caracas the Thalia. Okay, let's go ahead and play a... So we have that. Let's leave up a Tundra. So let's tap out, but leave up a Tundra.
And we'll
and
just
then we can hit him for 3.
Yeah.
You remove. Look at me, I have 7 cards in hand. I'm so good at Magic.
Okay.
Yep, you better cast something because we're about to double Wasteland you, and we're still going to grab a Crucible. Nice, sure. That resolves. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, that still doesn't matter.
Should we
brainstorm first? Yeah, brainstorm first. That seems decent.
Yeah.
Let's put back 2 lands, leaving a fetch in our hand. Put a Wasteland on top of our deck.
Yeah.
We'll probably triple waste him. And double Dreadnought him, and that should just send him right out to the Shadow Realm.
Vial, yeah.
Oh, yes. You
can have a vial.
Congratulations. You get so much free mana.
Alright, so what lands are we wasting?
I would triple waste. I would just triple waste him. Bing, 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 bing.
Which ones do you want to waste?
Everything that's not a plains up there.
Oh, yeah, we can't.
I don't care what you target.
Yeah. That land's weird.
I ganjo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the plains. Oh
yeah, this is the new one.
Yep, they killed themselves.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
But that card's not playable, and I hope they learned a valuable lesson, but it's D&T, so it probably went right over their heads.
Yeah.
I ganjo. That's how you say it. Let them know what's up.
So I'm guessing Torpor Orb comes in.
Yeah, we definitely want Torpor Orb in. Crucible of Worlds, we don't need in, I don't think. Relic isn't useful. Cursed Scroll is, but we want to wish for it. Scroll of Fate, we don't need an extra one. So we got 5 cards, right, that we're bringing out. So Force Negations are the easy cuts, right?
Yeah. And one Dreadnought,
Um,
right?
let's cut one standstill. We'll leave one in because it's decent. We need one more cut. What would we cut against DNT? I still think the Stifle's good because it, messes up their flicker wisps, and if they try to flicker Cauldra, you just exile the Cauldra.
Yeah.
Brainstorm is pretty bad. They're going balls to the wall on the draw effects. So we might even cut 2 Brainstorms and reassess where we're at. Is there something else we could bring in that we like more?
And another Dreadnought.
I think a powder keg. I think I'd like a powder keg more than my other Brainstorm into a Spirit of the Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm. Like that?
Oh god, I down Joe. I don't understand people's love of that card. It's 3 mana. This is Legacy, and it only deals 4. Kills almost nothing.
Well, I mean, it's basically free for their deck in particular, right?
I mean, I would kind of argue that card killed them in that game because they didn't play basic planes, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, they were probably dead anyway, right?
To a point. Yeah, this hand does things.
Yeah. We can't mull aggressively. We need our cards.
Yeah, they play a Vile. Yeah, counter that. Pitch your Shark Typhoon. I'm not letting them cheat on mana and port us out of the game. Not interested in that play pattern. I am interested in planes first.
Yeah.
And then we have this idea of an Incept Dreadnought, but gaining 12 life is really kind of not useful. So they're going to play slow.
Hold on a second. Fox. Yeah, I'm respilling. Kommer strax. Sorry. You were saying what?
Okay. So they're going to play slow and try to port us out, which is annoying, but not really that effective because they don't have the Ether Vial.
Yeah.
So, yep, you can tap our white. Congratulations. Let's draw a land. And next turn, ooh, that's even better. Yeah, because they'll go for our blue, and we can consider doing a Brainstorm then, rather than on our end step.
Yep.
It's unfortunate that the Brainstorm would come in and upkeep, but it's fine. You gonna play a spell opponent? No? You're gonna port us? You're gonna play that game? Alright, I need you to port my blue source. Thank you, Brainstorm.
Ooh.
Nice. I will take a march any day of the week. Okay. Again, we're going to draw one of these. So we just need to make sure March and a white card is in our hand. So we can put Dreadnought under a Mastery is fine. Yeah, that's fine. In our next upkeep, we're probably going to cast a Dress Down.
Sure.
Yeah. Mastery might be hard to use, so we will consider just snapping that off.
Yeah.
As a white Force of Will on whatever they play. Yeah. So again, while it's not great to dress down here, it at least lets us use our mana. That's the important thing. And now we're drawn through the Brainstorm.
Yes.
And again, they are not making any headway. We get a land here.
Damn it.
All right, that's still fine. Again, we're still drawing cards, and they haven't done anything. Ooh, look at them go. That guy's going to get plowed next turn. And it's also very good because they've just given up their one answer to Torpor Orb. Now, they do play 2 or 3 of those, so we're not like completely out of the clear. But yeah, what they're doing here is not tremendously effective. And we have just protected Torpor Orb successfully.
So that's fine.
Sure.
Come on.
And then let's go ahead and plow their 3-1. That is not the... I don't care about the one that says drawing 1 card. No, not that one. Yep, the one that kills Torpor Orb. That is the one that needs to die.
Well, at least we draw a land next turn.
Yep, and we could even draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a basic plains, and that's huge. Because again, we can basic plains and also we waste all of their mana, and we have the ability to exile their shit. Land, okay, float of mana. Yep, and yep, Dragon Plane Cycle. And again, this is the only way that they can possibly beat us if we get mana screwed, but Dragon has just done so much on this front. Nice. Alright, we'll play a land.
Well, I guess we'll
And again,
consider
we're not in
March.
any danger of discarding anytime soon because of March.
Yeah. So would you, if he taps us down, would you consider marching the spirit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would actually, yeah, I would march and pitch to Fairy. And I think done is what you want to put. Yeah. Congratulations, opponent. Please tap out. I am tired of your shit. Nice wasteland.
Sure.
You're so good at Magic. And we do need to hit lands eventually. We have not yet drawn a single land in this game. These are our 2 opening lands. We drew a Timeless Dragon.
Okay.
There we go. Let's go ahead and slam a Torpor Orb. This one.
So next turn, Dreadnought. Whoops, Wasteland's gonna hit our
No
Wasteland.
wasteland or wasteland, which is fine.
Yeah.
They have 4 or 7 mana.
That's fine.
Sure, opponent. You got it. You are so skilled. We hit our next land. You are in trouble.
Well, we can still.
Caracas would be the best draw, right? I mean, it would suck that we would lose it, but it would be fine.
So Dreadnought.
Okay, make a Dreadnought. Use our mana. This one.
So I'm guessing
need
at
that
least
for
we gain 12 life. At least.
12 life is 2 draws towards land. They're 2 cards in hand.
Yeah.
And they can no longer Solitude us, and they can no longer Sanctum Prelate us. And yeah, I do believe they are fucked. Nice Solitude.
Yep.
I congratulate you on that 5 mana investment. Thank you for tapping out of port. Ooh, they got us. That's fine. Okay, pass turn.
We don't slam?
You can't, they have Athalia.
No, I mean attack.
One, they have lifelink, so it's a pointless attack that puts you
Sure.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah, lifelink is what makes this a really bad attack. Again, our win con is again drawing lands, and we have seen 19 cards in our deck, and we've drawn exactly 1 land. Remember not to block Thalia. Yawn. We draw 2 lands at this point, they lose. Drawing a wasteland would be decent as well. Yeah, we'll play a wasteland. Okay, and we'll just pass the turn.
We'll consider.
And again, when they go for
killing
the port on the wasteland, we just we'll hit one of their ports on their end step. Or if they try to port a wasteland, we just waste it.
They do have
the
the bird in their hand, so Caracas is also an option.
Yeah. Yeah, and that thing doesn't do anything. It's like, nice 4/5. That's unfortunate. That's fine though. Let it go. Because we have to. And we're just saving time here, really.
Wow.
And they blow it, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that means they
waste their untapped Rishinan. Oh. Yeah, waste their untapped port.
Yeah.
Because a verdict still gets you back into this. Sure. Okay, that's fine. So we need land verdict. Yeah, we're not likely to win here, but that's what happens when you don't draw land, like
Yeah.
ever. I guess we did draw 2 wastelands.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can go to the next game.
Yeah.
So again, they're one. That's their one win con really that I've seen in D&T is that we don't draw 4 lands,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty lucky on their part. So yeah, let's go ahead. I like what we're doing. I like that we're cutting brainstorms against spirit spam.
Yeah.
So I think we're good to go.
We're not running hot right now.
Yeah, but again, variance happens. Every so often they're going to have that double port game after we waste their vial, and also we can't hit lands despite playing 2021. Hand's not great, but it's keepable. It has
Yeah.
4 lands, which is again our win con.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll lead out with Flooded Strand and pass. And we're not going to. Do we crack aggressively? I'd crack the first one aggressively. Yeah, why not?
Get an island.
Island, yeah, for sure. That's actually good because I do want them to wasteland us, so I would play the Hull. Yeah, a wasteland here is not very good for them. Good, good. Tap out, tap out, tap out, tap out, tap out.
Great.
Yes.
Do we cycle?
Good.
No.
No cycle. We want our 1/1s. Because we have the mana. What we really want is them to not play a land that turn. Yeah, fetch land pass. It's fine. Because we're relying on Verdict, I think we're going to get plains here. Although if we draw a dragon, we'd be sad.
Well, we have Thunderous. Right. Worst case.
Well, that would just get wastelanded. Yeah, I'd get a plains here. I would play it safe. I'd say plains is our win con.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a plains. And we will play a Teferi.
We will bounce his 3/1 fucker.
Correct. So play your 3/1 flash. Congratulations.
And bounce.
Now send it back to your hand. Thank you for letting us know you have that. Please upgrade our Teferi into an Elk with your 3rd mana. I want a Sanctum Prelate right now. Mother of Runes is A-okay.
Sure.
Ooh, so skilled. Now remember not to cycle sharks on our turn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, and we can get a basic island out.
And plus.
Okay. +1. I want you to check the sideboard before casting Karn. We have Cursed Scroll. That's pretty good against Mother of Runes, but it's not good immediately. A Scroll of Fate is good, however. Do we want to lose the Karn? The answer is no. So we'd have to +1 the Karn. It'd be the first thing we would have to do. So this Karn right now, is it worth the investment?
Isn't it an idea to cycle just to block the spirit?
Well, remember that they have a Mother of Runes.
Yeah, I understand that. But then he's tapped and then we can draw a plow or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think we're fine to cut them off because they can't Solitude our Shark or anything. So they would still, they would kill the Teferi, but...
Yeah, I think Teferi is dead either way, right?
I do like the idea of Karn plus there. No, it'd have to be a Karn minus. We would lose the Karn, but we would grab a Cursed Scroll. This is good for us. Yeah. They just upgraded our Teferi into a Verdict. Thank you very much, opponent, for making that no-co.
And then we can leave the planes up in case...
Yeah, so I would, cycle here. And this will tap out their Mother of Runes. Yeah, that's fine. Make it just for 1, in case you draw a plow. I like that logic.
Wow.
Ooh, look at them go. They're evoking. That's bad. You have a Mother of Runes in place, sir. That's really risky. You just shredded your hand for us. Thank you so much.
You got rid of the Cathara Commando. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, remember we cannot cast Brainstorm because they have thing. Okay, Savines. Savines is interesting. but we have nothing to buy back yet.
Nope.
So this is likely a... I would still do a Vista here, and I would grab your basic island. Now there's questions here about what we want to do. Take a look in your sideboard real quick. Okay. So we would buy 3 life, but we could get a Scroll of Fate. We'd buy 3 life, but we could get a Scroll of Fate. Scroll of Fate's not, or Cursed Scroll is not good here, however. Karn gaining life is good. I would do Karn wishing for Scroll of Fate. So yeah, we're still on the we need verdict, train. Scroll of Fate, please don't.
Fuck me.
Okay, you just wasted a wish on a Cursed Scroll, not a Scroll of Fate.
Yeah. I sorry. I saw
So
scroll.
we're gonna have to fire Brainstorm into a Spirit more than likely if we want to turn this scroll on. So we've just really fucked ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't be misclicking.
No.
It's all right though.
Still.
Again, we still need to draw verdicts pretty badly.
Yeah. Damn it.
But it'll be fine in the aftermath of a verdict, but...
Yeah. That was funny.
They have Yori on.
Come on. Ooh.
There's a verdict. All right, let's blow up their board.
Yeah. Well, saved by the bell.
Yep.
Sorta.
I would not play anything into their known interaction. Congratulations. I agree. I would probably Brainstorm because they're going to try and cut you off of drawing, right? Before I played a Cursed Scroll into their interaction.
Yeah. So, Brainstorm?
Yeah, I would Brainstorm here.
Okay.
Okay, Force of Will is incredible. Standstill is incredible. Ascant is incredible. Let me see. I think we can put a Dreadnought down 2. And I think we can put a Wasteland on top of it because we won't actually play a Wasteland this turn. We could play a Wasteland this turn.
Yeah, let's put a Savin.
Put a Sabine on top, yeah. That's fine to me. That, and actually at this point,
Oops.
Slam a Scroll. Oh,
yeah.
It's fine. I was going to say we could Slam a Scroll because we have Force of Will. It changes the math a little bit. That one we do care about. I would Force of Will pitching Azcanta. Yep, we play that card. We don't board it out against you. Put your guy in the graveyard.
What can you have? Not a lot.
You can't have anything.
Alright, so now it's a standstill.
Yes. So now is, well, let's count this Savine's mana.
So we have 6, we could have 7. We have really...
So we'd have to get a Flooded Strand back.
Or a Hall.
Do we want to completely tap out?
We can get a Hall of Storm Giants.
Let's see. Oh, we can get a Storm Giants? But that's tapped, right? So that'd be 1, 2, 3. Oh, we could still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could do everything we want to here. So I would get back to Storm Giants.
We can get everything except a Curse Scroll down.
Well, can we? No, you can still get it down. Because all you need for Standstill and Curse Scroll is 3 mana. And then you need 3 for Savines, right? So you have 6 mana.
But don't we want to wasteland his...
No, God, no. We don't want to waste his Wasteland.
Okay. So
No, if he wants to Wasteland a Hall of Storm Giants while we have a Shark in our hand and a 3/3 on board, like, by all means. But I play Spirit. You can't stand still me. Okay, you have to play a Sanctum Prelate, and you have to try, or the Exile guy, and you have to try to exile Scroll of Fate and draw us into a Karn that can wish for the Scroll of Fate back anyways.
Well,
good. That's
we don't have a Scroll of Fate, though. We have a Curse Scroll.
Yeah, I mean, Curse Scroll is what they have to exile here. Yes, good. Thank you, opponent. You have made useless plays, and we have taken them off for 2 mana. This is very good for us. Yeah, that's fine.
We should have
Okay.
probably used it.
Just attack with a 3/3. That
Yeah.
seems good to me.
So we'll probably just make a shark, I guess.
He's going to try and do a Solitude on our end step. But yes, on their end step, we will do a shark.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's the Solitude we knew about. So, yeah, that's great. Okay. That seems fine to me for that to resolve. And I would just do we need to swords it.
Kinda.
Yeah, go ahead and swords it. It's fine. Now we're playing 4 cards, 5 cards versus 3. So that's good. I love it against a Caracas, and you just use 2 Wastelands like an idiot. And we have a Savines to get everything back anyways.
Yeah.
All of this is looking good so far. I would activate and name Dreadnought, targeting that.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine. You see a Caracas, you know that Dahlia's gone anyways. Cool, we'll play a Caracas. I would go ahead and Caracas their guy right now. And I would go ahead and cast Sabines. And I think we're going to target a standstill first. Yeah.
Yes, and get a hull.
Yeah, get Hull Actors. Yep.
Fuck, we're down to
Seems
5
good.
minutes.
You are in trouble, opponent.
Sure.
Nice. We'll draw some cards. That resolves.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't force a will anything else this turn, but it looks like they are out of gas. And we have a Mastery of the Unseen.
Okay, so...
Okay, so things that we care about here.
Bounce, Karn, Scroll, start yamming Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, so our Torpor Orb is an exile, right?
In exile... no.
No, okay.
I don't...
So we just haven't drawn it yet?
Yeah.
So let's use our mana wisely. So the first thing is Caracas, right? Caracas, their guy. That seems good. We have 5 mana for...
I think Karn and Scroll seems fine, right?
I think you play your Tundra. Yeah. And let's do a Karn. And do we want to Scroll of Fate? Yeah, we do. But we don't want to cast Scroll of Fate yet.
Just ship it?
Okay, and the reason that we're not doing that is because of Thalia. We want to be able to force a...
yeah.
Actually, no,
Oops.
Go ahead and cast it. It's fine. Again, it doesn't matter. They're screwed.
Yeah, so that's fine, right?
Yeah, that's fine, because they can't cast a Cauldron.
Yeah, I'm not
and even
gonna...
if they Wasteland Caracas here, we'll just wish for a Crucible. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's knock their Caracas, their guy, back to hand. Boop. Yep, scroll. Good. I don't think you really need to cast anything else this turn, so you can just pass the turn. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we could have wished for a Crucible, but I don't see any reason to.
Yeah, we're low on time though, so...
Yeah. So 3 mana? No, that one's fine. That one's fine. It's just a 1/1.
Yeah, we're really low on time here.
3 minutes. That should be enough to win the game.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start Dreadnought again.
Mm-hmm.
They have to wish for a Solitude here, which is going to die to the Force of Will.
Yeah.
And they'll be dead very shortly.
Flicker Wisp.
That's fine. Flicker Wisp, Force of Will it. Now you have no cards left, opponent, and we will make a Dreadnought. We'll gain 12 off of it, but we don't care.
Yeah.
So instep, make a Dreadnought.
So we know he has a Thalia and probably a Solitude.
Yep. Yep, you can pay 1 and flip it right now. Save mana. Because again, if they exile it, we'll just wish it back with Karn.
Sure.
Yep, we'll gain 12. We'll wish for that with Karn, and we will play another Dreadnought. Yes. Grab that Dreadnought. And we will go ahead and we will play Mastery the Unseen.
Oh, sorry.
Off of 2 non-basics.
Mastery.
Good. Alright, and we can pass the turn. And we can put a Dreadnought on top and manifest it. That's fine. Nice Thalia in hand. You're dead. Go ahead and cast Brainstorm, put a Dreadnought on top, and then manifest it. Don't care what you put under the Dreadnought. And activate Mastery, activate Scroll of Fate, and they're dead. Okay. Take 24. Nice DNT deck.
Yep, they're dead. So let's bounce it just for good measure.
Yep. Make sure that they know what's up. Yep.
Sure. Bye.
We'll gain some life. We'll knock you down, DNT. Nice tier 1 deck. You're tier 1.5.
Alright. Well,
that's how you beat DNT. So I think that DNT game is good. It'd be good for the Dreadstill channel to see kind of how that works.
yeah,
And you
definitely.
just kind of progressively run them through the ringer.
Mm-hmm. So let's just make a quick recap. So we did win against, let's see, first game we won against 8 Post, which was nice, and then we won against Mono Blue Artifacts. We lost against Storm.
Yeah, and I think it's important with Storm to just note that we are making a sketchy keep based on the fact that this is Legacy League and not real Magic, where, you know, that's the thing about Legacy Leagues, right, is when the only thing that limits the amount of rounds of Magic you can play is how fast you can win through them,
Mm-hmm.
you're more likely to play a combo deck than you are in paper or a tournament structure.
Sure.
Yep.
And then Slivers, which is a rather rough matchup.
Yeah, Slivers, we had that interesting point, right, with the Sabines.
Yep. That would be interesting to see what people
to
think.
like, play it both ways and see kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
That's something where I would be like, we saw this scenario, let's think about it the next time we see it, and let's try it the other way and see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
But I still think the upside was just a little too high on hitting a land on that Brainstorm.
I mean, it was likely we were gonna hit a land, but you know, Brainstorm lock is real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and DNT seems it's a pretty good matchup. I mean, they can certainly beat us if they screw us with the mana, but other than that, it's a pretty nice one. But
Yeah,
I think
the thing about DNT though, right, is like, did DNT actually beat us in any of those games?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they won a game, but did they actually beat us? And I would say that I don't think that anything in their deck really matters if we draw lands.
Yeah.
And that was their only win con. And in all of the 1/3 of our deck, we saw basically nothing.
Yeah.
On the land front.
And also it's important to note the important siding out the Brainstorms, which I think is at least it's counterintuitive or non-intuitive, I guess, for a legacy player.
Yeah, it's one of the things I like about this deck is that your normal Xerox decks, right? They can't afford to cut the brainstorms because they also can't afford to cut their ponders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you definitely know that's what D&T is doing because whenever they get scared of a draw 7 effect, they just slam 4 of those spirits into their deck. And that's the way you beat them, is you say,
Yeah.
no, I will cut brainstorms and my backup cantrips if I have them or portent.
Mm-hmm.
Or I just cut brainstorms because it's my only real cantrip.
Yeah. All
And
right, man.
the only other thing I would say about
Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to say the only other thing I'd say about D&T is um, I think we saw right there the reason why you always leave in one standstill, right?
Mm-hmm.
We drew 6 cards off with one standstill.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It ended them.
I agree. I usually leave it in as well. It's just when it's hard to find the cuts. It's easy to think standstill is not great, especially when they have Ursa sagas and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, man, it's 11 p.m. here, so I need to cut this short. Great playing with you, man, and I'll talk to you later.
GG's, those are fun.
GG's, man.
Okay.
Bye.